Hello everybody, it's mayohosko and I'm building Black Friday sets today and tomorrow. So we'll wait for people to come into the chat and you'll tell me what to build. I've got 5 sets. I already had preliminary votes in a backstage with other people and I got 2 votes for this Marvel set. I got 1 vote for this Avatar set so far. But I've also got the Speed Champions Skyline. I've got the Technic electric garbage truck. And the big daddy of them all, if I move stuff, is the Icons of Play. So if you watched my Black Friday haul video, you know that these are the sets I bought for Black Friday. And I did a whole video before that when I originally got the Icons of Play and the Avatar set, because I got them from lego.com, and that was a video that I titled The Worst Haul Ever or something like that. So I have done 2 videos about this, and also on the previous live stream I did an unboxing of when I got the Marvel set in the mail. And on the day that I filmed my last haul video was where I got the Speed Champions Skyline and the Technic electric garbage truck. So I've got 2 votes for the Avengers set. Yeah, for the Marvel set. And I've got 1 vote for the Avatar set so far. So I'll let more people come into the chat and vote for what sets you want me to build first. So I'm going to stack these on top of the drawers where I store parts for my vehicles. While we wait for people to cast their votes. I still have my script in the way from my update video. And then as filler sets, I've had these for a while. They're the Brickheads Lion Dance guys. I build these mainly on other people's streams when I just want to build Lego in a short amount of time, because these Brickheads are very quick builds. Especially when I'm actually talking with people on camera, they take less than an hour to build. So let me go into the chat. We got Johnny who wants to see my strawberry clouds. I already ate them, Johnny. I already ate them. It's not a tree battle pack. It's Marvel Avengers Assemble. The tree battle pack would be one of the tree accessories from the 1980s. The only reason I got the Technic set is because I like the play function that I've seen in people's reviews. You want me to play that for the Technic set? I can do that for you if I can find it. let me find that for the Technic set, because I forgot where it is. I have a laundry list of things in my StreamYard branding. So sometimes it takes me a while to locate the cutaways and the stingers for these types of things. And I don't know what I did with it, but it's not. Oh yeah, here it is. Johnny, this is what Johnny G thinks about Lego Technic.
Straight trash. They're trash! They stink! And I'm still telling you, they stink! Period! Somebody's gotta say it! You don't do what the hell they did! You don't do it! You don't do what they did with a straight damn face! Literally say with a straight face! How do you do that? How do you do that? What the hell is going on?
I think a lot of people think that way about Technic. I ate them. And we also got Lego Team Beam. Okay, so that's 3 votes. That's 3 votes for the Marvel set, which is this. 3 votes for the Marvel, 1 vote for the Avatar. So these are out in the lead so far. But just not to be biased, I'm removing... You know what I'll do is I'll raise the camera up. I'll put the Marvel at the bottom. No, sorry. Let me rearrange this. I'll put the icons of play at the bottom. Put the Marvel at the top. Then in front of that, I'll put the Technic garbage truck. No, sorry, I'll do it on this side instead. And then on top of the Technic garbage truck, I'll put the Speed Champion Skyline. And then on top of that, I'll put the Avatar. And what I'll do is I will personally move to the side here and get some of this Lego packaging out of the way and come to my side. Johnny misses the old Technics with studs. The bars stink, they stink. Well, there's a reason why they got away from the Technic bricks, and it's because the Technic bricks did not provide as much detail as what the Technic lift arms do. So I understand why they moved away from the Technic bricks to the lift arms. And here's something. I wrote up a contract with my old high school 5 years ago because after I graduated high school, when I was doing work experience at my high school in 11th grade, we discovered some old Dacta and Technic Lego in a cupboard of what used to be the tech studies room, and they would have been used for education purposes because, for those who don't know, Lego education used to be called Lego Dacta. And those were all from the mid-80s to the mid-90s. They were just sitting there collecting dust, and no one would have known they were there otherwise. And so, because we were cleaning out some of the cupboards around the school, and we stumbled across them. And when I saw them, I was like, oh my God, this school is probably sitting on a small fortune. And at the time, I dubbed it the Holy Grail Gold Mine. And then at the end of my work experience, I told my supervisor that when I have free time at the end of the school year, I'm going to evaluate how much I think they're sitting on. And then it was the next summer after that where I took a couple days per week for a month out of my time after I had graduated to come back to school and do an inventory of the stock they had on hand. And I estimated by comparing the condition of the parts and the Dacta and the Technic sets that they had to what the price guide was on Bricklink. And I estimated they were sitting on $2,000 worth of stock. And so I wrote up a contract saying, this is the values. If you sell these sets over a 5-year period, because there's more important things to do at a high school than sell off used Lego that hasn't been touched for 30 years. I'll give you 5 years to sell, and you pay me a 5% commission based on my estimations. And so I wrote up a contract and everything, and now 5 years have passed, and they've done nothing with it. So I called them on Thursday to say, hey, I have a contract with you guys. The contract has ended and nothing has been done. What the hell is going on? So they got me to verify the existence of the contract, and a former employee of the high school also verified the contract. And so now they're going to get back to me with a response. They're probably deciding how they want to handle the end of that contract. And I am going to try and make an offer that they can't refuse, and offer to buy out the inventory. Because I told them 5 years ago, it's estimated at about $2,000. And they have done nothing with it because they have more important things to do as a high school. So I am going to make an offer they can't refuse for them to offload the inventory to me at a reduced price, because I have insider trading. So, and also I have the capital to make them an offer they can't refuse. Because what's better, holding on to something valuable that you know you're never going to have time to sell, or sell it straight up for a reduced price and get money quick, fast, in a hurry. That's my strategy. So I'm going to make them a reduced offer to buy out their inventory. Unless they are now using it as a part of their new Lego club. Because since I graduated, my old high school established a Lego club. So that would be the only stipulation in my attempt to buy out their inventory. So yeah, that's an update. And I thought I'd tell that story now while we're waiting for people to come into the chat. So these are the sets I bought for Black Friday. It's a Marvel set, an Avatar set, a Speed Champions set, a Technic set, and the Icons of Play. So we got 3 votes to build the Marvel set, 1 vote to build the Avatar set. Hello, Crimson Toaster 47. Which of these sets would you like me to build first? Waiting for people to cast their votes. Johnny wants to see me build the Avengers. I can't remember what Lego Team B wants me to build. Crimson says build the Avatar one because it's the most overpriced and smallest, I believe. Thank you for helping me get to 900 subs. Hello, Oaktown. So these are the 5 sets I bought for Black Friday. And if you watched my haul video, my 2 haul videos, then you already would have known that. So we got 3 votes to build the Avatar set. No, 3 votes to build the Avengers set. Now we got 2 votes to build the Avatar set. Oaktown, would you like to cast a vote to see, or would you like to cast a vote of what set you want me to build? We got the Lego Marvel Avengers Assemble, the Avatar Illu Discovery, I think the name of the set is. We got the Technic Electric Garbage Truck. We got the Speed Champion Skyline, and the Icons of Play Women of Soccer. Well, still, nonetheless, you casted a vote. So we got 8 people watching right now, probably trying to start their comments or their ghost viewers. So Oaktown, what set do you want me to build first out of these 5? And there was supposed to be 6, but Kmart Australia cancelled one of my orders. Okay, so Oaktown casts his vote for the Skyline. So we got 3 votes for the Avengers, 2 votes for Avatar, and 1 vote for the Skyline. Johnny asks, got any other lollies? Well, if you watched the whole length of my home video that I uploaded on Wednesday, Thursday, you know that I have a trolley gummy candy advent calendar. So Johnny, if you're so desperate to watch me eat some good gummy lollies, you can request for me to pop open day 7 of my advent calendar if you want. Johnny says, may I get the Guardians Milano ship? I have no interest in getting any of the Guardians of the Galaxy sets. Even though Guardians of the Galaxy is my favorite series from the MCU, I have no interest in getting Guardians of the Galaxy sets. I've always wanted a Big Fig Hulk because of that one video I did, Hulk Smash Clay Pig, which was the second video I uploaded for the reboot of the mayohosko channel. And so since then, I wanted a Big Fig Hulk. And I've seen people review sets with the Big Fig Hulk before. And I've always thought, you know what, that would be fun if I could ever get that in a bulk lot. Or if someone was selling one for super cheap. But that never facilitated in the time that I've bought bulk lots either on eBay or Facebook Marketplace. And then when people like Jane Bricks and Just Too Good reviewed the Marvel Avengers Assemble, and it had these really cool trees, and it had some of the fire splat pieces, and it had a lot of grey pieces for building terrain for the Cliff Mountain that I eventually want to build for my Lego city. And it had some really cool minifigures that I could potentially trade at Lego conventions such as Bricktastic 2025, because I'm always because if I do decide to ever get a licensed set, most of the time I use the minifigures in those sets as trade bait, because I have traded a bunch of licensed characters before at Lego conventions, and I've gotten back a ton of gift with purchases and a ton of vintage figs. I bought probably 100 minifigures to the trader wall at Brickvention this year. And I had so many figs to trade. And there were so many people in line who had vintage Lego. I had a bunch of CMFs also. Some people are CMF army builders. So I was able to offload some of my extra CMFs and get back some vintage castle figures. And that's when I ended up buying a Paladisa minifigure that has the nice pink torsos. And I traded away so much at the trader wall that the Legoland Discovery Center, I think the one based out of Dandenong in Melbourne, Victoria, Australia, was so impressed with the volume of minifigures I was trading that they actually, at the end of the day, when they were packing up, let me take some figs for free. So that's how I got some figs I can't quite remember. I did a live stream with Country Bricks Build Craze in his hotel room after at the conclusion of that day of Brickvention. Yeah, that was nice. Was nice times. Anyway, I just got sidetracked with the minifigures. We got some more comments coming up in here. Wait, how are there more votes? Are you also live on Twitch? I got some votes in a StreamYard backstage on Thursday. And I got 2 votes from there for the Avengers and 1 vote from there for the Avatar. And hello, Jay's Bucket. Cast their vote for the Skyline. Okay, so that's 3 votes for the Avengers, 2 votes for the Avatar, and 3 votes for the and 2 votes for the Skyline. And Johnny thinks the grill and hood scoop for the Skyline is nice. So do I, which is why I always like the Fast and Furious version of the Skyline. I don't necessarily like the Skyline in real life, but the Skyline in the movie I really like. Kind of like how I'm not the biggest fan of the Dodge Charger in real life, but Dom's Dodge Charger in the movie, how it has that turbo engine at the top for extra horsepower and torque. I like that specific version of the Dodge Charger. Yes, so for those who don't know, Jay's Bucket has been streaming, building 7 advent calendars per day. Johnny says, let's see what's inside. Got a chocolate. Oh, so you got a chocolate one. See, I prefer to go with the gummy candies over the chocolate advent calendars because the good quality ones, like for Cadbury, the ones they do with the Freddo frogs, they're way too expensive, and the cheap chocolate ones you can tell that they're cheap because they don't taste good. Yeah, I'll go get my advent calendar. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I mentioned in Jay's chat that I don't like the cheap chocolate ones. No, I'm never giving away my city figs because I need them for my city. Exactly, and I'm always after trading for more vintage figs. Like the Forestman, of which I got 2 of from the trade wall at Brickvention. Hello, Never Too Old for Lego. And I couldn't have gotten to 900 subscribers without you, Oak. So now we've got 3 votes for the Skyline, 3 votes for the Avengers, and 1 vote for the Avatar. And we got Country Bricks Build Craze. Hello. You know, it's so great to see some of you guys who were inactive for a while ingratiating yourself back into the community. Oaktown asks, are you a fan of the Fast and Furious franchise? I'm going to say no, but there are specific scenes that I really like. And here's another story connected to Fast and Furious, and perhaps the Nissan Skyline, of which we might eventually build today. Is so when Fast and Furious 7 came out, I had just entered high school. And as we do, when we were going to school and coming home from school, my parents would play the radio on while we were driving to and from school. And the Charlie Puth Wiz Khalifa song, See You Again, from the end scene of Furious 7, was perpetually played on the radio. And a lot of songs from the 2010s are ingrained into my skull because they were played on the radio over and over and over again, where I eventually turned a liking to those songs. So stuff like See You Again and Never Be Like You by Flume. Also, that song that was wave after wave, wave after wave, slowly drifting. And also, I Need to Know Now. You know, I need to know now, can you love me again? You know, that song, which is actually was on the playlist, was on the YouTube music playlist in the top 100 songs of the 2010s. I guess according to viewership on YouTube Vivo. Because for those who don't know, when a lot of music artists started diversifying away from record sales and CD sales, and when they started earning the bulk of their money from digital streaming like Spotify and other platforms like that, a lot of those artists released their music videos on YouTube to get the ad revenue. And there are still artists to this day who make more money on the ad revenue from their music videos on YouTube than they do downloads on Spotify and Apple Music. And so I guess the viewership rankings is how YouTube were able to determine that. And so now, I don't know how it happened. I think it was because when I was taking my flights to and from Brickworld, Chicago. No, here it is. This is a story related to that song in particular. I'm going to get rid of that comment because we've moved past the Fast and Furious conversation. Because for those who don't know, what I'm saying is a rabbit hole of Oaktown's original question about Fast and Furious. See, I snowball a lot of my thoughts so I can talk out of my asshole and provide content that people actually might want to fucking sit down and listen to, instead of someone boring as fuck on a live stream, not doing anything or saying anything relevant that people actually want to listen to. So yeah, that's a throwing shade at a whole bunch of people, and you can take your guesses who I'm throwing shade at. So, see, I just distracted myself. So, after Brickworld Chicago, I spent a day in Los Angeles. So I took a night flight from Chicago to Los Angeles. I got into Los Angeles just after midnight Pacific, and that was on a United Airlines flight. And so I spent the night in my hotel room in the Sheraton Airport Hotel in Los Angeles, because I wanted to go to Crypto.com Arena, which used to be called the Staples Center, which is the house that Kobe Bryant built, because I wanted to see his statue, and I wanted to see the Jerry West statue, because at that time, Jerry West had only recently died. And that's where I also tried Chick-fil-A and realized that Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich is the second best chicken burger I've ever had. Even beating out the McDonald's McChicken, but only trailed by the KFC double tender burger, which, for those who don't know, KFC Australia took a lot of influence from Chick-fil-A. And so the KFC Australia menu is kind of a crossover between the KFC USA menu and the Chick-fil-A menu. And so when I was waiting in line to get my room key, the hotel radio played that song. And it was stuck in my goddamn head all goddamn day. And so I was like, you know what? I'm scared as hell with the G-force about taking off and landing in an aeroplane. And so I thought to myself, for this trip, why don't I listen to music from the MP3 player app on my phone to drown out my thoughts about the G-force, and it worked. So whenever I take off and land on an aeroplane, I blast music into my eardrums so I'm not thinking about the G-force and it doesn't cause vertigo in my body or whatever. And so I decided to play that song, and I realized when they get into the chorus, that is the perfect part of any song I've ever listened to have blasting in your eardrums when you leave the ground and when you touch the ground. And with the speed up and the slow down when you're on the runway, that is the perfect time for the start of that song. And so I got into a rhythm when I touched down in Sydney after getting off the flight from Los Angeles, and I did the same thing when I touched down, when I left Sydney and went to the Adelaide airport. I did the same thing. And so now when I'm going to Bricktastic 2025, I'm going to do the same thing, because I'll probably have to go through Dubai as a layover to get to Heathrow in England. So yeah, that's a story about that. Anyway, that was a story. Let's go back to the chat. Okay. So let's see what's going on. We said hello to Shane. Yes, Contra did see the trade war firsthand. All of us who went to Chicago, no, sorry, not Chicago, to Brickvention did. Jay says, Mayo needs votes to decide what he's building. Yes, we do need votes. We got 3 votes for the Avengers set, 3 votes for the Speed Champion Skyline, and 1 vote. Now we got 2 votes for the Avatar. Johnny says, I really want jellies of Mayo's sig fig trade. No, so I was really jealous of Mayo's sig fig trades, Lowell. Yeah, because I traded for about 10 more sig figs at Brickworld Chicago this year, and I traded for about 5 sig figs at Brickvention this year. I had the suspicion that no one would be voting for the Icons of Play because, as I said in my whole video, almost everyone clowned upon that set, which is why it got to ridiculous clearance prices. Yeah, that happens if you're awake at that time. Yes, Team B was good on London Calling, and I'll be even better because I'll actually talk about Duplo. Because Greg has said that eventually he wants to do a Duplo stream. Well, he's joked about doing a Duplo stream. And I was like, I'd be more than happy to do a Duplo stream because I know a thing or two about Lego Duplo. And then I got a DM, or Hive might have said in one of his streams, he asked me if I would like to talk about Duplo on Good Morning Brickworld. And I said, yes, I'd be more than happy to talk about Duplo on anyone's streams. Hello, Derek Rodriguez. You sound like a new name. Don't think I've seen you before, so thank you for showing up to the stream. Make that Fast and Furious car into a police Dodge Charger. there's a tutorial. I wouldn't be surprised, because the Skyline does look like a rather fast car for a hot pursuit. So for those who don't know, I'm letting you guys decide what I build today. We got 3 votes to build the Avengers, 3 votes to build the Skyline, 2 votes to build the Avatar. So if you guys haven't casted your votes yet, then make sure to cast your votes. Team B does try to be classy. I haven't seen any of the Fast and Furious. If you know, you know. Yeah, that's because McDonald's. Wait, no, sorry. McDonald's taste slightly different in the US, and I have proof because my family have been there, because we ate McDonald's when we were in Hawaii. Not only do they have different menu items, but their bread is slightly more sweeter. There's slightly more sugar content in the buns of a McDonald's burger. I'll probably do that on my staycation when my family goes on their cruise. Yes, but they taste good. Well, I can't speak for everyone, but my personal rankings is the double tender burger from KFC, then the spicy chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A, then the spicy chicken sandwich from Popeyes, then the crispy chicken sandwich from a burger. Then the chicken royale from Hungry Jack's Burger King, then the crispy chicken sandwich from Burger King, then the McChicken from McDonald's. That's my personal top 6. And it is lunchtime. A lot of people do. There was actually a movie based upon that had these weird hamsters. It was a really bad movie. I didn't need to, because I could go to Sparrow's and get slices of deep dish pizza whenever I wanted. And we got Brickmaniac 81. Hey Ryan, says, how's it going? How's everyone in chat? Well, how is it going is we're going to build one of these 5 Lego sets that I got from my Black Friday haul videos, and you can go and see both of those haul videos in my playlist called Mayo's Lego Hauls. You can go check out that playlist at the conclusion of this live stream. So we got 3 votes to build the Avengers, 3 votes to build the Skyline, and 2 votes to build the Avatar. So please cast your votes, because we need to break that tie. We got a tie break, and as long as we have a tie break, we will not be building Lego until we break that tie. Okay, now we got another vote for the Skyline. So that's 4 votes for the Skyline. Yeah, we got four votes for the Skyline, 3 votes for the Avengers, 2 votes for the okay. Now we got another vote for the Avengers. So that's 4 votes for the Avengers, 4 votes for the Skyline, and 2 votes for you already voted for the X-Men. No, sorry, you already voted for the Avengers, Johnny. I've already counted your vote, and 2 votes for the Avatar. Yeah, and we already did count your vote for the Skyline, Contra. So now we need one more person in chat to break that tie break at 4 votes apiece for both the Avengers and the Skyline. Perhaps someone can go message their friends who like Marvel or message their friends who like Speed Champions to topple the votes. Because I think since we're 40 minutes in, it would be reasonable for the first set to get 5 votes. Will be the one that we build, so that we can start building, shall we? Yes, he would, and he would do that sarcastically. Maybe you might want to tell Zissou to get up in here so that he can cast his vote for one of these 5 sets. No, everyone gets 1 vote because we are a democratic YouTube channel, just like how we're a capitalistic YouTube channel here at mayohosko, and we're also an anti-snowflake YouTube channel. So if you haven't done so already, you can go use the links in the description to go follow me on Instagram, and on my Instagram page you will see reels and photos about my Lego church mock, which is the Congregate Church of the Snowflake, and that I built after I watched the Marvel movie Deadpool and Wolverine, and they had in the fight scene, spoilers, they had Like a Prayer playing during that fight scene, and that inspired me to use all of my energy against the snowflakes that I've gone through this whole year. I've been on a crusade against the snowflakes this whole year to put it to good use, and I built the Congregate Church of the Snowflake. And eventually I'd like to put together a recorded segment on my streams that is kind of like an opening sermon, and I'm the Reverend for the Congregate Church of the Snowflake. And people who really want to get involved in the Church of the Snowflake can apply. Well, we need a deacon, and we need some ushers, and we eventually need some people, some supplementary church employees, like the ones who go around with the collection plate and the ones that play the organ for the church hymns. I'm not sure what that means, Johnny. Yes, we all need to be hardcore. I use my power. Someone's getting a package, I think, outside. We still need one more vote to break the tie between the Avengers and the Skyline. So I use my power for good by spreading information, but I also use my power to get what I want, because I got 900 subscribers. Because kind of like He-Man, I have the power. So I refilled my drink bottle before this stream, because it's summer right now in Australia. It is the 7th day of summer, and it's hot weather. And I didn't feel it, but the other day I think it got to 40 degrees at one point in my city. And you know what? It's getting kind of hot now, so I'm going to rig up my fan. I have a click fan. And you'll let me know if the fan upsets the audio. What's the weather like where everyone else is at? because it's hot here today and it's only going to get hotter. Yeah, I've been to Swan Hill before. Actually, no, I haven't been to Swan Hill. I've been to Swan Reach, and I don't know how to judge Swan Hill, but Swan Reach is just a river crossing. And I'm going to go on a road trip with my friends next weekend. So I'll be away from social media for that weekend. Still need to break the tie between the Avengers set and the Skyline. And I know that I've got some people from North America right now watching. So let me know what the weather is where you're at. I would not want to be in Buffalo or Canada right now because I don't want to get trapped underneath 4 feet of snow. I'm not building any Lego until we break that tie. First one of those sets to get to 5 votes is the set that we will build on this stream. And until we get there, I'm just going to be reading chat. Yeah, 36 degrees sounds about right. Do you know the specific temperature, Shane? We also got a little bit of rain. We had a small bout of thunderstorms, but that passed over pretty quickly. But my friends in the east of my state got more of the thunderstorm because as the weather pattern is in my state, the east of my state always gets the worst of rainy weather. Well, this was always my intention. The first hour was always going to be a whole lot of exposition while people casted their votes. And we got a good amount of votes, and we just need to break that tie. So all we need is one more viewer to come in and break that tie between the Avengers set and the Skyline. Oh, it's only 25 degrees in southeast Melbourne right now. I wish it was only 30 degrees right now here, so I wouldn't have to turn my fan on. Is my fan upsetting the audio? Because I hope it's not. I got the fan at my back right now, so perhaps my body is blocking it from getting to the microphone. Because I know that some people in North America have their furnace on. Okay, cool. It's not upsetting the audio. They have their furnace on when they're streaming, and you can hear their furnace making a ton of noise, and it's not a good experience for the viewers of a stream. Still waiting for someone to break that tie. And also, if you're in, if you happen to be in certain group chats, then you have invitations to join the stream. I got something over on Instagram. Someone sent me a message. Someone's talking about Home Depot. Hello, Hoarder66. Good to see you here, buddy. It's good that you actually showed up because we need to break a tie. So I'm getting people to vote on what sets they want me to build on these Black Friday streams. So we got these 5 sets: the Marvel Avengers Assemble, the Speed Champion Skyline, the Avatar Elu Discovery, the Technic electric garbage truck, and the Icons of Play. We got 4 votes for the Avengers, 4 votes for the Skyline, 2 votes for the Avatar. And we need to break that tie between the Avengers and the Skyline. Which one of those, because those will probably be, well, one of those 2 sets will most likely be the ones that we build today, because one of those sets only needs 1 more vote to become the winner. So I'll ask you straight up, Hoarder, which would you rather me build? The Speed Champion Skyline? Oh, we also got Hobby Hooligan, who just showed up, and he cast his vote for the Avengers. Okay, cool. But also, just out of curiosity, and we got Stud Sidious. Nice. So actually, we can extend that to 6 votes now, because we got 3 more people. So Hobby Hooligan casted his vote for the Avengers. That brings it up to 5. That needs 1 more vote to be the set that we build. And Hoarder 66 and Stud City. Okay, cool. Stud. Okay, let me just recap this, because we got a third wave of people who just showed up. So Hobby voted for the Avengers. Hoarder also just voted for the Avengers. So we will be building the Avengers set that has just beat out the Skyline. And Stud City has also voted for the Avengers. Cool. Thank you guys for voting. The voting is now over. We will be building the... Whoa! As I spill this. We will be building the Lego Marvel set 76291. The Avengers Assemble Age of Ultron. And we have Brickhive. Hello, Brickhive. I'm guessing you'll be lurking throughout a lot of people's streams. So we just got 8 votes to build the Marvel Avengers Assemble Age of Ultron. So just out of curiosity, out of the sets that we are I'm going to go on an assumption and guess out of the 5 sets I bought for Black Friday, you would have also casted your votes for the Avengers set. Because we had the Technic electric garbage truck, the Icons of Play women's soccer, the Avatar Ilu Discovery, and the Speed Champion Skyline. Because for those who don't know, Brickhive talks a lot about the MCU on Pure Rant Viewing. So I think it would be fair to make the assumption that he would prefer that. If I had a Star Wars set on hand, that might be different. So we're going to build this. That got 8 votes. This got 4 votes. The Avatar set got 2 votes. So after we finish building this set, as I am trying to find my Stanley knife, which is right here, let's cut open this. Oh, this is push tab boxes. Now, I know that a lot of people have problems with the push tabs, but I don't. Because unlike some people, I know how to not destroy the boxes with the push tabs. When they just have the tape covering the seals, it's easy to come in with a box cutter and gently cut the seals. But not every child out there has a box cutter. Really only AFOLs use box cutters because parents wouldn't trust their children with a sharp knife like that. Okay, so this is the empty box for the Avengers set. And before I open the bags, I want to show the figures. I want to show the figures that we get with this set. So in this set, we get Iron Man, Black Widow, Captain America, Thor, Hawkeye, the Big Hulk, which I'm really interested in, and 3 Hydra Troopers. So the only one of those figures I'm personally interested in is the Hulk. So I will most likely be trading the other figs at conventions. This is the instructions. Let me put my phone off to the side. It looks like we got 5 bags in this set. So the bottom half of Hulk comes separately. And these are paper bags. I know that not all regions around the world have the paper bags yet. And I think, actually no, sorry. There's a bag 6 right there. And there's a bag 7. I was feeding you lies! I'm not seeing a bag 1. Where the hell is bag 1? That doesn't make sense to me. Oh, sorry. Here is bag 1. So as I always do when I build a set like this, if there's less than 10 bags, I like to stack the bags on top of each other. And I put them off to the side when I'm building a set, so that when I get to the end of the bag, I can reach over to the right side of my table to start the next bag. And I've been doing a lot of sitting down recently, both at my job and on my downtime, so I don't mind standing up to build this stuff. So now that we have a set that we're going to build, the Marvel set, I'll go get some background music. And while I'm building this, I'll answer anyone's questions, and I'll read over some of the more interesting comments. And if you are not in group chats, where I sent out the invitation, and you would like an invitation to join the stream, just contact me on either Instagram or Facebook Messenger. So let's open bag 1. And there's a smaller bag. It's bagception. And this is my t-shirt I'm wearing today. It says 6 Lego bricks, countless ideas. I'm wearing this because I've worn my Tipper Truck Army t-shirt in a lot of videos lately. And I just dropped a head. Let me go get that head. Ouch! Ouch! A stinger. Damn it, I got a stinger. Hate it when that happens. I need some standby music. Just trying to rub the wound. It'll go away after 120 seconds. going to use my left arm to turn to the first page. So it looks like we build a Black Widow first. And she has printed legs that have some kind of blue detailing on them. Actually, no, they look blue in the instructions. Wait, no, that's not her torso. Yeah. Yeah, these instructions have kind of a color flaw. Some of Black Widow's silver lining looks blue in these instructions. I think I've done a rant before about the color issues in a lot of Lego's instructions. You could probably find that rant on some of my live streams in the past. Probably my live streams, well, most notably when I was complaining about my build experience of the Ninjago City Gardens. So her weapon is a gun. That's the same hairpiece from the Jewel Thief in Lego Collectible Minifigures Series 15. And speaking of collectibles, this is a debate I want to settle with my community. Do you think the new Formula One collectibles belong in the CMF range? Yes or no? Because from what I've seen, the consensus is no. And I think that's because Lego initially marketed them as Series 28 or whatever. But I saw a pivot in Lego's marketing of them to where they dropped the CMF part of it and they just called them collectibles. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's because market research saw there was an outcry at the thought of those builds being classified as CMFs when they're just a head with a cool helmet inside of a buildable car. So do you think they belong in the CMF series, yes or no? Because I'm not as hardcore about collecting the CMFs as what other people are, and I am a mock builder, not a minifigure collector. But I am a sucker for Formula One, so I'll be one of those rare people that'll probably buy a full case of them. Even though, and I've heard a lot of people saying that they look like Happy Meal toys, and that's because they are probably literally based on Lego McDonald's Happy Meal toys from 2004 that are themselves based upon Xalix races, XALAX, that came out in the first wave of the races theme in 2001. And also, a Hive, while you're here and you're probably lurking, we gotta do that Duplo stream together on Good Morning Brick World. We gotta do that Duplo stream on Good Morning Brick World. And Team B, we got to get your streaming set up to where we can talk about Lego cities together on streams. Because it almost looked like when you were on London Calling, you kind of threw together a stream area where you guys were sitting in front of the camera together. And also, what do people think about the new modular? Because I just saw Stud Cities bring it up. Those two-door style buildings are all over New England. They are a bit different from English two-doors. That build looks pretty detailed. It does, which is why a lot of people are excited about it. So my thoughts about the modular is I'm not going to be buying it for one reason and one reason only. It's a corner building. And if you've been watching me for long enough, you know that I don't collect the corner buildings because I have no room for the corner buildings in my city. I think that the architecture of the two-door, whatever it's called, is the best architecture of any modular ever. The architecture alone, not the building, not necessarily the build experience, not necessarily the price, not necessarily the usability within a city, and maybe not the fanfare. Because I'd say that the greengrocer and cafe corner probably had the greengrocer, cafe corner, and Assembly Square probably have the most fanfare. But pound for pound, I think that is the best architecture for a Lego modular ever, beating out what I thought was previously the best, the Parisian restaurant. Architecture alone. Because when not only was the Parisian restaurant my first modular, but the way that they used the white croissants and the clamshells inside of the fenders on the roof of that thing was like a chef's kiss. And I'm pretty sure that Shy Time is My Time has said similar good things about it in the past, which is why he really likes the Parisian restaurant. And I like it so much that I think it's my favorite. And I would say if the two-door, whatever it's called, was a straight building, not a corner building, it would be my favorite modular ever. And it would bump the Parisian restaurant down to 2, the detective's office down to 3, the greengrocer down to 4, and the Assembly Square out of my Mount Rushmore of Lego modulars. But certain modulars aren't for everyone. A lot of people really like the Town Hall, and I'm not that big a fan of the Town Hall. A lot of people really like the Fire Brigade. I don't really like the Fire Brigade. Because I kind of think they're big, clunky buildings that don't have as much usability as what you'd otherwise expect out of a modular. But that's just my thoughts. So if you echo my thoughts, or if you have a different thought, let me know, because I know that the new modular is always something exciting to talk about. So it looks like this first build is the car from the set that drives over the snowy terrain. Some builds for the back bumper. Stud likes the old brick bank. It's pretty basic compared to today's modulars, but I like it for some reason. A lot of people like the kind of eclectic look of the brick bank, and I think that's encapsulated by the columns out the front. And that's probably the same reason a lot of people like the Town Hall, because of the columns at the front. Country says still need to get the jazz club. Just had too many sets to get, and lined a jazz club up at $270 at Maya. That's a good. a good price. Had a sale at some place, but most it. Or but missed it, I think is what he meant to say. Yeah, I always look for the modulars 20% off from Maya in the financial year sales. And that's Maya Australia, not the 2 or 3 different Mayas of North America. Before I put this plate layer on, I'm going to scroll back into the comments. Really, since we got that third wave of people who showed up, yeah, we already covered that. Goodbye, chicken sandwich. Rank. Johnny likes sugar. Sugar, yes please. Won't you come and put it down on me? There's a reason they call there's a reason they call lots of Canada the frozen tundra. The same reason they call Green Bay the frozen wood. Same reason they call Lambeau Field the frozen tundra. Last night I had Domino's pizza. Now we're building Lego because people voted. I'm sure you're probably just lurking. Is that your computer mouse or your pet mouse? I don't even know what that skeleton crew set is. Someone give me the set number and we can search for it. I agree, but I have no interest in getting the Red Hulk. I'm happy to finally own a standard comic. I try to be good at math. Scott says, haven't watched much new Star Wars because it's crap! But the Skeleton Crew show is like Star Wars movies. That's an interesting comparison. We did. Scott also says, I usually hate on Disney Star Wars, but the Skeleton Crew show is a nice change of pace. I wonder if that'll be spared from any pure rants. I'm very good right now, Hoarder, because I got 900 subscribers. I got a ton of Lego on sale for Black Friday. I recently got accepted to grad school, which is amazing. And I got my $8,000 to go to England for a quick test. I'm going to try go to the travel agent tomorrow. Yes, well, a lot of grandfathers did grow up taking their kids to see the original Star Wars movie. So far for the Star Wars Skeleton Crew is refreshing. They will probably ruin it, but it's got big Goonies vibes. I wonder if other people are making that comparison with the Goonies. Team B says, so Hive gets a proxy vote, just B doesn't get a vote. Well, actually, after the Avengers got eight votes, that is essentially swept away the rest of the competition, which is why we decided to crack it open. You're killing me, Mayo. The queen bee up in here is losing her shit. You don't have to use the exclamation mark and the hashtag when you're saying shit on my in my chats. You can say shit and fuck whenever anyone goddamn pleases. Because I'm not the congregate church of I'm not the congregate church of old Twitter, which was extremely left-wing and was co-opting our children. I'm the reverend of the congregate church of the Snowflake, which is in actual reality anti-snowflake. But kind of a reference to Star Wars, the reason I named that is it's a trap! Who's back, Crimson? I'm back. Scarlett Johansson plays Black Widow. It doesn't, because this is not the Advent calendar. I do own one of the Marvel Advent calendars because my friend was liquidating his Lego, and he made me an offer. He made me an offer I couldn't refuse. The Disney Star Wars, I was shocked. It kept me watching. It's pretty good so far. Yeah, I think the reason why North America hasn't gotten a lot of paper bags yet is because the Mexico factory has been slow in getting the materials to make the paper bags, compared to how Australia gets a lot of our sets from China, and Europe gets a lot of their sets either straight from Denmark or the Czech Republic or Sweden. Those are the three factories in Europe. I think the Mexico factory has such an inventory of the plastic bags that they're still using them. Kind of like how when McDonald's was making the switch from plastic cutlery to paper cutlery, they had such an inventory of the plastic cutlery that it took them a few years to make the conversion after they announced it. I'll say that every new set that I've bought in the last 2 years has had paper bags. All of the sets that have been in my backlog for longer than that have plastic bags. I don't know what that means. I believe in Russia they don't classify vodka as alcohol. Correct me if I'm wrong about that. I don't think I'm falling apart, am I? I'm building a set. I guess all they'll talk about burgers. I got the country hungry for a burger. Perhaps when Contra gets stable internet, he can come on and do something bang if he wants. The new Beetlejuice movie is streaming on Max now. It was pretty good. I don't have Max or HBO Max. Yeah, Lego has a history of not having good colors. Like in this set, how the colors made it look out that these grey lines were actually blue. Max is a streaming platform owned by HBO. It's different, but they're able to squeeze the pieces in there because the builds are small enough. They wouldn't. I don't think they would have been able to do that if the CMFs were still in bags, not boxes. I haven't seen British people complaining about that. Perhaps. I don't like to mod the modulars, except for their roofs. The roofs of the modular is the only part I like to mod out, because I have plans for the roofs of most of my modulars. The boutique hotel has some nice architecture. Whole country's piecing together the brick bank. They do. Yes, it is. Now I can go to England. No, there's plenty of female figures in the city. It would be wrong for them not to be able to vote, like them Paradisa girl in the Paradisa suburb. Hello, Zissou! And you're right, Johnny, now that Zissou's here, guess what we got to play? And we got to play some other things for other people that I didn't do so earlier because I was reading chat. This is for Zissou.
Paradisa, Paradisa, sun is shining all day.
And this is for Team B and Brick Hive, the birds and the bees.
Are you afraid of bees? They're only insects after all. I wouldn't care if hundreds were swarming around. I'd just blow smoke and make them buzz off. Buzz, 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 retorted Duck.
What's the buzz?
That's because I was in the middle of saying stuff while people were casting their votes. I should be better. Maybe if I had a co-host, I wouldn't be so tardy like that. Hint, hint. Maybe someone wants to be my new co-host and bring back the real whole extreme. Hint, hint. Don't get me thinking about the Krispy Kreme around the corner from my old house. There have been females who have voted. One of those females voted for the Avengers. I only did that because I'm reading the chat. This isn't a Paradisa fig, it's Marvel. Okay, that's all the chat. Let's get back to the build. Now I'm up to date in the chat. So as I'm building this, I'll see people's comments as I'm building. Oh, I added the wrong part. No, I didn't. That just looks higher than what it should be. I think that's a design flaw because this comes out to the correct height. And if you don't want to be bored out of your mind just watching me put together pieces, maybe you might want to say an interesting comment and get me to respond to it. That's what I like to do with these build streams if I don't have a co-host. Leave the Jeep, build the landscape. Well, I'm not going to because that's what the instructions tell me to do. Trust me, I want to get to the landscape too. I didn't buy this and it's not even a Jeep. It's an all-terrain vehicle. Hello, Greg Dillon. The people voted out of my 5 sets that I got from Black Friday to build the Avengers set. So we are building the Avengers set. Oopsie, I built this wrong. We need this bracket with this snot piece at the back here. Where is that snot piece? Here it is. And then that corners in the 2x3 brick. Then we need more snot with some cheese slopes. I guess this is supposed to be for the wheel fenders. And it would be amazing if we could get back to double-digit viewers. We hit a peak of 13 about 20 minutes ago during the third wave. But I suspect there'll be some people who will be in and out of the different streams today. So we know you have many options for your Friday night streams, and we thank you for choosing mayohosko. Border's going to go smoke, and he'll be back soon. So if anyone ever has to go away, but they leave their computer running to help me get some watch time hours, you can use the !lurk, and StreamYard will recognize, and Streamlabs will recognize that you're still here in spirit. Johnny says, Mayo, take us to the kitchen and make. No, I'm not going to make food on camera. And Greg Dillon asks, how is your day going? Okay, so I explained earlier how I'm going in general, but today is not how I've been going. Today is today. So how I've been going today is I woke up much earlier than what I normally do. I only got 5 hours sleep. And I don't have a problem with only getting 5 hours sleep when there's no reason for me to wake up in the morning. But today I wanted what I'm trying to get into a rhythm of is seeing some of my British friends in the morning. So what I do is I wake up at a time that is early for me but normal for all the morning people out there, because I go to bed late and I wake up late. Normally I sleep from 3 to 11 a.m. every day, but Saturdays I go to sleep normally at 3 a.m. and then I wake up at 8 a.m. and then I go back to bed at 10 a.m. and then I wake up again at 11 a.m. and then maybe I might go back to bed at midday and wake up at 1 p.m. But today I wanted to do this Black Friday stream with the Black Friday sets. So I had reasons to stay awake. So I'll probably sleep earlier than what I otherwise would tonight. But that means I can wake up early to watch college football and then do the part 2 of my Black Friday sets stream, because we're going to be doing another one of these streams 3 hours earlier tomorrow, which will be at 6 p.m. Eastern in North America, which is 10 a.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time. And because, and we will continue the votes. So the people today and as of Thursday, dating back to Thursday, have spoken and they have voted for the Avengers, which we are building right now. But we're going to roll over the 4 votes for the Skyline, and we're going to roll over the 2 votes for the Avatar. And anyone who watches the stream tomorrow, who has and if you casted your vote for the Avengers and you show up in the chat tomorrow, then you'll get to cast your vote again. But if you already casted your vote for the Speed Champions, then I'll remember what you voted for, because I enable live chat replay on my streams for the sole purpose of me going back and seeing what other people said if I need to remember what someone said. Because I have accidentally disabled live chat replay in the past, and I was like, I wanted to go back and remember what someone said, and I couldn't because I disabled live chat replay. So I fucked up. And then I realized I should always enable live chat replay. So I'll go back into the live chat at the conclusion of this stream, get out a note or start writing a note on my notes app and see who has already voted for the skyline. So if they try to cast a vote tomorrow, I will have already counted their vote. And same with I've already counted the votes. Well, there was only one person today who voted for the Avatar set, and I believe that was Crimson Toaster who voted for the Avatar set. So I'll remember that Crimson Toaster wanted to see me build that, and I think it was either Clicking Cliff or Seth Bland who also voted for the Avatar. So those two are the front runners for tomorrow for sure. But that doesn't mean there might be people who vote for the Technic Electric Garbage Truck or the Icons of Play. Although I highly doubt anyone will be voting for the Icons of Play, because I theorized the reason why I was able to get it for so cheap during the Black Friday sales, and the reason it was on sale for Black Friday in the first place is because not a lot of people like the set. Kind of like how not a lot of people liked the Black Panther bust. Not a lot of people liked the table soccer set, which everyone knows is foosball. Kind of like how people call table tennis ping pong. Ping pong is not the name, it's not even a different form of table tennis. I researched this earlier this week. Ping pong is actually a brand of table tennis paddles that became popular in the 1970s. Kind of like how jet ski is a brand of water scooters, Kleenex is a brand of tissues, Band-Aid is a brand of bandages, Lego is a brand of plastic bricks, Popsicle is a brand of ice pops, of which in Australia we call ice blocks, of which in the UK they call ice lollies. It's kind of like yeah, so I'm not going to get into that. Don't want to lose track of the chat. Yeah. So I'm sorry, I got on all those tangents. So to answer Greg Dillon, to expand upon that, the weather is hot enough that I've had to put on my fan, and I did get confirmation earlier in the stream that the fan isn't interfering with the microphone, because I got the fan pointed at my back, and I guess my body is shielding the airflow from getting into the internal mic of my Mac. Well, Lego Team B isn't just Chris. Isn't just Chris, and it isn't just Justine. Lego Team B is a happy couple, therefore a YouTube corporate entity. It's kind of like how Two Gay AFOLs is a YouTube corporate entity, because as their title suggests, they are two gay people who are adult fans of Lego. So for that, and kind of like how Mr. Beast is a team of 4 people or whatever, and the Brick Show used to be a duo of Jason and Steve, who were some of the OG Lego reviewers, along with Clockliker and Brick Queen. I'm talking back in 2010. That was before Jane Wicks came out. That was before Jane Wicks and Wixar in 2013, and Just Too Good Euro Bricks in 2014. That's how far back I go watching Lego reviews. You know, I still remember the day when all of my Lego review recommendations stopped being the Brick Show and became Jane Bricks and Just Too Good instead. I still remember that day, and that was when I knew that the Brick Show died. And just because a hoarder mentioned PPP, we're going to play this. PPP.
The weed.
Well, maybe I should do a poll about that sometime. Does anyone want to see me talk about food and eating food on my streams? We'll let the people decide that, not just a few select people. And that's exactly what we did. I don't watch a lot of cooking shows. What do you mean AMs or AMs? I know, and I hope Alabama wins it, but they probably won't. Roll Tide. No one has guessed the magic word. So, the secret word is that the secret word is actually 2 words, and no one has guessed it yet. So, for those who don't know, Doc Sampson, aka GLS, used to do streams called the Secret Word Stream when he was building a set, and people would try to guess the secret word. And if someone guessed the secret word, then he would end the stream on the spot. And it was fun because it was a way of engaging the chat, and it was a cool concept. And no one has guessed the secret word yet. So I've given hints in the past, but those were much older, and only a handful of people remember that I even have a secret word challenge. So if anyone is able to guess a secret word, then I'll end the stream on the spot. In the past 2 years, no one has been able to guess the secret word, which means that the secret word is a tightly kept secret. And I have mentioned clues before, such as the phrase that pays and confide in me. Country needs 3 more avatar sets to have all the figs. I don't know about that. I don't think so, because it looks like they're trying to that all of them will be up for retirement if they're already clearing out some. Ping pong is actually table tennis, because as I said, ping pong is a brand of table tennis paddles. Whose rants? My rants or Brick Hive's? Because I'll tell you what, if you think my rants are legendary, then Brick Hive's rants are like my legendary rants, but on steroids. If my rants are legendary, then his rants are the magnum opus of rants. Hello, Liam Hello, Liam Brickbed. I think I started seeing you on some of Jay's Bucket streams, and you commented on on 2 of my videos recently. So good to see you, buddy. And you live in Tasmania. And you know what? I think I also saw you on one of ACOB's streams. And if you want to try Coors Latte, I'm pretty confident in saying, even though I have no proof, that James Bogue's beer is better than anything that Coors makes. A man can dream. Wait, hang on a minute. Oh, you said rants, but you might have meant ranks. Because I ranked my top 6 chicken sandwiches earlier. I might do that on a tier list if people vote for it. That's only when I finish building this set, or if someone guesses the secret word. He does. Not today. Not voting anymore today, but in the future we will. I might do a community post to see what for suggestions of tier lists to do on my stream, see what the public thinks. Because I will say that my favorite fast food franchise is KFC, and my second one is Domino's. Third one is Hungry Jack's Burger King. And I will say that not all American fast food is created equally outside of the US. And a lot of times, international versions of American fast food is better than the American fast food in America. And Whataburger is pretty much a staple in Texas. I don't know what you mean by THC and gravity. So, and realty. I don't know a lot of hip hop people myself. All I know is that THC is an ingredient in weed. From that comment. That's probably an American immigrant who had a good burger recipe at home and knew it would be profitable in another Western country. Because I'll tell you what, the USA #1 export is not corn, it's not steel, it's culture. And they funnel culture through New York and LA. That is America's #1 export, is culture. Because there are 2 sayings when it comes to American culture. If you can make it in America, you can make it anywhere. And if you can make it in New York, you can make it in America. I think I built this wrong. I need my fix it. Something's not right. That doesn't want to snap in properly. I think I built something wrong. Oh, this is supposed to go. Yeah, I accidentally left a 1x2 plate gap. Okay, there we go. Now that's better. Angle this up ever so slowly. Oh, Shane was at a Greeley event. Let me see if I can put my laptop ever so slightly backwards so that you can see the bottom of my build and I can get a better angle of the comments. Now this has six bags, and we're only going to be going live for another 1 hour and 15 minutes. So most likely, a majority of this set will spill over to tomorrow's stream. So I hope, now that you guys voted for me to build this and we're at the end of bag 1, that we'll be able to get this set built by the end of the weekend. And if I'm awake, I may or may not be building this on Joel's Bricks stream. He's doing daily charity streams for some of the children, and I said that I would make an attempt to be on some of them with him. I have to go in the middle. So if you're not subscribed to Joel's Bricks, that is JoelZBRICKS. Go subscribe to him, and you may or may not see me on his stream tomorrow building some of this set. And I think these are new pieces for me. It's a 1x2 cheese float, but it's lengthwise instead of widthwise. And we put the bumper in between here, held together by some Z-axis clips. That goes in front of the grill. I'm not sure what the hell. Oh yeah, these clips go on top. And I'm not sure why I have those two spare pieces. Let me go back and see where they were built. I probably built it wrong. Oh, hang on a minute. Yeah, I see where I was supposed to put them. I was supposed to put this here. And I might have been supposed to put, yeah, I was supposed to put it back here. And then I forgot to put on those trans red 1x2 plates. I think they were supposed to go back here, yeah. And the rest of these look like extra pieces. So before we open bag 2, I'll look at these comments. People talking about a music event. I've only had Chick-fil-A once, so I am not qualified to give a proper opinion or an informed opinion. But all I can say is that their spicy chicken sandwich is the second best chicken burger I've ever had. We are building the Avengers, the Lego Marvel Avengers Assemble Age of Ultron set 76291. It got double the amount of votes as the Speed Champions Skyline from Fast and Furious. She said, "Congratulations on 900 subscribers." She did not give an answer about streaming. So my theory is that her stream table is still a mess. I had no idea about that. So now let's open bag 2. And I really like these paper tags because they have explicitly outlined pull tabs. And here's a bit of an incentive to all the streamers out there. When Greg, that's because my theory is that the Mexican factory still has a surplus of the plastic bags, therefore are clearing their inventory before they start using paper bags. The rest of the world has already exhausted their inventory because they serve more countries than what the Mexico factory does. So now we got to build. We got to build Hawkeye. Yeah? Who I'm going to say is the worst of the Avengers. That's what I've heard from people. Hawkeye is the worst of the Avengers because he's the most limited in his powers. But I do got to say, this is the best bow and arrow in my collection. Now, so Hawkeye has a black bow and arrow and a black quiver. The Forestmen that look like Robin Hood from the late 80s have brown bow and arrows and brown quivers. Because they were made out of wood. And I think Hawkeye's arrows are made out of steel or something, or like a really heavy duty rubber or something. I don't know jack shit. So someone who does know can correct me in the comments. But that's Hawkeye. Looks like we've pretty much been bobbing in between 6 viewers and 13 viewers since the third wave of commenters. And right now we're probably averaging about 8 viewers, which is fantastic. And now we have to build. We got to build 2 of the AIM troopers. So the AIM troopers have unprinted grey legs. I know that a lot of Marvel fans have complained about certain figures not getting printing on certain parts of their body. Maybe it's- Wait, can this only hold? Oh, this can only hold one to start at a time. I thought it could hold two. I'm not quite sure. Okay, yeah. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay. And that goes in the hand of the aiming trooper, who has an android type head. Where's the other head? Where's the other head? Oh, there's the other head. It's hiding in the tire. He's got purple android eyes. That's the first. Oh, sorry. I'm wrong. These aren't AIM troopers, they're Hydra troopers. I got my troopers wrong from the MCU. That's the first Hydra trooper. I wonder how many people were screaming at me, just them. Oh, they have reversible heads. That's nice. So one has kind of the angry purple eyes, and the other one. No, sorry. The other side is the back of his head. This is a very small bag. I like the build for these tile shooters. I think I like it better than the stud shooters. And there's the other Hydra trooper. And now we add more onto the car. So while I'm waiting for people to share more thoughts in the comments, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna go on a rant.
This one is running!
What next?
It's rant time! And before I go on my rant, I'm gonna take a sip of water. Hashtag always be hydrated. Okay. Me. A 5, 6, 7, 8. Kmart, what the hell are you doing? Kmart Australia cancelled one of my orders. So I was on the bus on Thursday, last Thursday, for Black Friday sales. They had a 50% off sale on the Creator 3-in-1 Main Street. They took my money. It was a good price. And then 12 hours later, they sent me an email that your order has been refunded. And then I go to look on my Kmart account, and I said that the order has been cancelled. And the reason for cancelling the order is because they had sold out of their stock. So I guess whoever was handling the inventory at the warehouses for Kmart miscounted their stock. And I'm guessing I'm not the only one who had their orders cancelled. And they probably did a 50% off flash sale to clear out their inventory of that set. Because You don't put a set 50% off clearance if you don't want that set to get the fuck out of your inventory. Because storing products in a warehouse costs money that could be spent on stocking products in a warehouse that is actually selling, like an iPhone or a bag of potatoes, for example, because those are products that sell every day. They sell. A random Lego Creator 3-in-1 set doesn't. So when it becomes a chokehold in the supply chain, that's when sets get to a crazy clearance, like a 50% off. And so the Main Street Creator 3-in-1 got to 50% off, where Kmart was clearly trying to clear that set from their inventory, and they probably miscounted them in their inventory. So by the time that they advertised it for 50% off, and people were buying it at 50% off on the last day of availability, I'm going to guess 80% of those orders were cancelled because people would have seen the price and thought, that's a price too good not to pass up. And so I suspect only 80% of those orders got cancelled. So I don't know what the hell Kmart Australia is doing with the inventory in their warehouses, but they failed big time. And if I wasn't planning on sorting Lego over the next 3 weeks, then I would be even madder, because I think the pieces in there are simple enough and I can make part substitutions within reasonability. Where I can probably piece that set together, because it's pretty easy to piece together Creator 3-in-1s, compared to something like a Star Wars set that might have exclusive printing or valuable minifigures. Creator 3-in-1 sets are very cheap to piece together, and most people already have pieces, the common pieces that are sold in Creator 3-in-1 sets, because that's how they're designed. They're not designed to be a replica model of something like what the Lego icons are, which used to be called Creator Expert. They're supposed to be simple children's toys to promote imagination. Not even like a city set, where the city sets are clearly advanced versions of the Creator 3-in-1s. And because a Creator 3-in-1 has the element of being a 3-in-1, the designers of Creator 3-in-1 sets need to be careful to make sure that the pieces they use in their main design can be used to build other things. That's the appeal of Creator 3-in-1s, is they're very easy to modify, and they're very easy to change up the whole build and rebuild it into something else. Because when you have Duplo and the classic theme and Creator 3-in-1 and Lego City and icons all the way up to Technic, there's levels to this. So I'm not as mad about the fact that I wasn't able to buy the set. I'm mad that Kmart Australia couldn't handle the stock in their warehouse. So I'm going to end my rant by saying, hold that L, Kmart. Take that L because you owned it. End of my rant.
This one is running!
What next?
It's rant time. So has that ever happened to you before? When you've had a Lego order get cancelled on you? Or you've had other products that you bought online, their orders get cancelled? Because that's the first time I've had an order cancelled where I haven't been the one that have cancelled the orders. Because I have cancelled a lot of orders before when the item wasn't as advertised, or the price wasn't as advertised, so I cancelled the order. But that's the first time the seller cancelled on me. And that's not just a run-of-the-mill eBay or Facebook Marketplace seller. That's a legitimate retail corporation. So that was the first time for me, but I wouldn't be surprised if other people have shared that experience. And because I was passionate about that rant, which is the rant that I've been teasing I was going to do in my Black Friday haul videos and some other people's streams where I was talking about Black Friday. So I'm glad I finally got that off my chest. And I was strategically waiting to do that rant when the chat came to an abrupt halt of people not saying anything. So now I want to see what people have to say, because some people have been saying some stuff. You fell victim to order cancellation by Big W. See, I knew I wasn't the only one who would have had problems. Yeah, it's not a good feeling, is it, Liam? So I know you were saying that Big W had some Star Wars sets on sale. So I'm gonna ask, were you trying to buy Star Wars sets and those orders got cancelled? Contra says, I paid for a set through Kmart and they had to reimburse you. Okay, so so Kmart also cancelled one of your orders, Contra. Big W now charge $15 on fee lay-by, so I stopped going to Big W. Yeah, I don't do lay-by anymore because they charge fees if you cancel the order. This country scored the noodle shop cheap at Kmart, click and collect. That was a good online deal a few months ago. Yeah, I know a lot of people found the noodle shop on good sales. I was never interested in it, so I never bought it. Porter is back from his break. Cow. And before I play what I'm about to do for Cal, for those who don't know, Cal has joked about me retiring, and now I found the perfect joke. I'm going to joke that he doesn't have live stream stamina, because Cal promised a 24-hour stream, but because cows have got to get their rest when they're when they're grazing in the fields, chomping on that grass, and then they gotta get their rest when the cows come home at the end of the day. He said that he's going to do 4 6-hour streams to break it up. I'm going to call out Cal for not having good stream stamina, because Cliff has done 24-hour streams before, but he did 2 12-hour streams. I am that crazy person who has done 2 24-hour streams. Macro Bricks is that crazy person who has done a 39-hour stream before. He originally was going to do it for 50, but he gave up the ghost at 39, and that's, I think, the longest I've seen anyone have a continuous series of streams back to back without breaks in between. Because once upon a time, and it might still be the case, but you can only stream on YouTube for a max of 8 hours. I think they recently changed that to be 12 hours. I need to research that when I next do a 24-hour stream. Yeah, so Cal and I have become sparring partners because we both think it's funny, and well, he thinks it's funny because he wants to have some fun. I think it's funny because it keeps both of us relevant. And at about the same time I got 900 subscribers, he got 250 subscribers. So as people have been congratulating me, I've been telling people to congratulate Cal, because I've been hyping up a Cal getting to 250 for a while now. Not even on the premise that he was going to wear a tutu on his stream. I just wanted to see Cal achieve greatness on his channel, and he hit a milestone that was important to him, much like how I have hit several milestones that have been important to me. So thanks everyone who have congratulated me on reaching 900 subscribers, and congrats to Cal for reaching 250. Go subscribe to the Wickable Cal if you haven't done so already. And this is for you. And Cal was mooing at everybody. Liam picked 3 of the noodle shops for $45 a pop. Oh, you also got a Patreon. Nice. So if anyone wants to, you can go pledge to both the Brickable Cow and myself on Patreon. The links to my Patreon are in the description. Well, no, you don't. No one achieves greatness until they achieve a goal that they set out to. Because there's a difference between being great and achieving greatness. Because some people were born on third base heading home, and those are people like trust fund babies and early adopters of TikTok or cryptocurrency. So for those who weren't here at the start of the stream, the people have spoken. They voted for me to build Lego Marvel set 76291, the Avengers Assemble Age of Ultron. That got 8 votes. The Speed Champions Skyline got 4 votes. The Avatar Ilu Discovery got 2 votes. So we may or may not be able to get this set done by the end of the weekend. I might be streaming, well, I will be streaming this on my stream tomorrow, and I may or may not be building this on Joel's Bricks stream. Well, that depends, because I'll be on a road trip next weekend. But if you do it on this weekend or 3 weekends away, which is the weekend before Christmas, then I'll be able to be there. Because I've been talking about going on a road trip with my friends for the past 2 months now. Because one of my friends suggested that my other friend and myself take a road trip to his house, which is 200 miles away. And so we've already inked in that schedule, and we're probably going to rent a car. Because my other friend is not committed to buying a used car yet. Because he has just as much hesitation as my parents. And to succeed in life, you can't have hesitation. Like Nike, just do it. That's how winning is done. Just do it. Yes, we will be taking Lego on a road trip, but I'll be building that on my own time with my friends, because my friend who lives 200 miles away is a big Sonic fan, and I bought the Sonic Green Hills zone for 70 Australian dollars. For 75 Australian dollars 2 months ago. I recently saw it on sale for 65, so I'm kind of pinching myself now. But at the time, that set hardly ever went on sale. And so I'll be taking that on the road with me. And I'll be building it with my friends because my friends like Sonic. And I was thinking, Cal, that if you decide to do your 4 6-hour streams to form 24 hours on the weekend before Christmas, you could double that as a Christmas stream or whatever. Because I'm probably going to be doing either a Christmas stream or a New Year's stream to build. Well, the expensive set I probably will build is the Natural History Museum modular, unless there's a crazy deal on a big expensive set that comes out, or maybe if there's a Boxing Day sale for a crazy expensive set, like the medieval town square, then I'll build that. But as of right now, on a 24-hour stream, most likely going to be building the Natural History Museum. So if anyone else has any big Lego sets that'll take you multiple hours, and by multiple hours, I'm talking more than 8 hours to build, perhaps you might be interested in joining me on my 24-hour stream. I'm undecided of the dates yet, so you'll have to keep up when I keep you guys posted. I never said I don't like your links, Cal. It's just that this isn't the forum for other people to share their links. This is the forum for people to meet up with other people in the chat and then share links with each other via their social media DMs. That's not what YouTube comments are for. You can do that on your own channels, or you can message each other on messaging forums like Instagram or Facebook Messenger and share links with each other. Also, anyone in the Jungle group chat has an invite to the panel right now. And if you're not in that, then message me if you want to come on for the next 41 minutes. Because we'll be raiding into the Brick Hive, Pure Rant Fury, after this. And I'll be eating my lunch during Pure Rant Fury. I had a Domino's pizza last night, and I've already burnt the weight. So I've already burnt and excused my weight of that pizza. Sorry, the weight of my pizza. So I'm good to go for lunchtime because I don't count calories and I don't count carbs. I just keep track of my weight every single day as a part of my health regime. I try to do. And I think I built this wrong. And this is a pain to get out. Oh, okay. See, I think what I've learned from whenever I've been building sets, and there's a lot of Technic elements in that set, is if you ever need to pull apart some Technic pieces, it's wise to get a lot of grip and friction on your fingers, because if you have greasy fingers, or if you don't have a lot of friction on your fingers, then taking apart Technic builds can be a nightmare. And that's how I might feel when you guys tell me when to build the electric garbage truck on my streams. And who knows, maybe I might build the electric garbage truck on other people's streams. The possibilities are endless. Who knows, I might end up building it in the jungle or something and share that experience with the jungle. Or it might be with Joel's bricks. Or it might be with anyone else who wants to invite me to their streams. The possibilities are endless. Where are these pieces? Oh, it's a build. That's why. I thought it was a one piece, but it looks like it's a build. That's why I was getting confused. Because I thought, I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, but don't they have Technic lift arm clips that are this shape? I thought they did. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't build a lot of Technics, so I'm not qualified to speak about Technic. Because after all, I founded the hashtag I Don't Like Technic Club, of which Brickhive joined. Brickhive was the first one to join. And on London Calling this morning, I heard Jean's version complaining about Technic. So she'd probably be an unofficial member. But eventually I'll have to make a list, a formal list of people who are officially part of the hashtag I Don't Like Technic Club. Because there's a lot of people who don't like Lego Technic, including myself, despite the fact that I grew up with a lot of Technic sets. Something doesn't sit right with me. Oh, that's just kind of floating there. Got backpacks on either side of these pillars. So what's people saying? My robot doesn't control that, Cal. Order says, I have like 20 sealed sets sitting here. Tell me about it. I may be able to join for a few depending on what I do today. Well, we're only live until, well, whenever I stream on a Friday night, which is not often anymore because I retired from Real Whole Egg, as you can see in the caption underneath my name. If I ever do stream on Friday nights, it's always a max of 3 hours so we can go raid into Pure Rant viewing. So if you do have a sealed set that you want to unbox that you think you can build in the next 35 minutes, you have the links via the jungle chat order. And if Cal wants to come on to the stream and promote himself, because I'm excited that he got to 250 subscribers, he can do that. I wouldn't stop you from doing that. Hey, buddy. Best bet. It don't accidentally find a pond. Oh, okay. Who's out to get me? Perhaps, Cal. All I know is that I enjoy a good meat lover's pizza, and I had a sausage pepperoni deep. Well, my order at Sparrow's at Brickwell Chicago is the sausage and pepperoni deep dish. That's my preferred order at Sparrows when I go to the US. Had the same thing at the Sparrows in Honolulu in Hawaii when we went there that one time. And I'm the only person in the world who doesn't like Hawaii. Everyone else I know dreams of going to Hawaii. I went to Hawaii, and Hawaii is not for me. You know where I want to go? I want to go to corporate America, not Hawaii. That's where I want to go. The Walmart there in Hawaii is a piece of shit. The Walmart at Schaumburg was expansive and fantastic. I think someone's home because their car engine is making a racket. So now we got to get some of these minifigure attachments to make them look like they're flying. One of them's flying across the car, so we got to attach this to where this one of the seats are. This is just a generic stream. This is not real whole egg. This is just a Black Friday on Friday stream. Tomorrow is a Black Friday on Saturday stream. And as you know, I joked, I went from being a real whole egg to a scrambled egg. Because real whole egg was my baby, and then that egg got broken when RC moved on to bigger and better things, chasing the American dream. So now that RC cracked the real whole egg, I'm a scrambled egg doing streams like this. And I even told the Brick and Brood to take me off of the live stream calendar because I'm not regular anymore. Goodbye, Contra. So now we got Black Widow flying right here. And we got Hawkeye flying out the back here. On top of the car. But there's some extra. I think I missed out on a step. Let me amend this. Yes, there's some stuff with the rear bumper I forgot to put on. I think that's to hold some tools. McScramble. That'd be an interesting name for a burger with eggs on it. That'd be an interesting name for a McMuffin at McDonald's breakfast. I'm closing the door, John, because my family's home. So that was the end of bag 2. Now we open bag 3. And don't forget, you can still buy tickets to enter the end of year giveaway. And I've still got to mail out my sig fig to past winners of the giveaway. And the start of bag 3 is probably my favourite part about this whole build. For one reason and one reason only. Hulk smash. So there's his hair. I always wanted a big fig of Hulk, and now I got it. So he's got 6-pack abs. If you can see that chiseling of the mold. He's got printed sand blue pants. And you can see the molding outlines for his fists. And his fists do rotate. So he can do Hulk smash. And this is be in position for when he's about to smash something. And then just like the classic TV series, he goes into the phone box. He needs a quarter to make a call, and he screams, I don't have 25 cents. So he gets so angry that he can't make his phone call because he doesn't have enough change on him, that he breaks the phone booth after turning into the Hulk, because you wouldn't like him when he's angry. Hello, Oki Productions. There's just finished building the NASCAR Chevrolet Camaro. Nice. One of the options I was going to build today from my 5 Black Friday sets is the Speed Champions Skyline, but the people voted to build the Lego Marvel set 76291 Avengers Assemble Age of Ultron. And so we just finished building the car, and the first part of bag 3 was the Hulk, which is the reason why I wanted the set to begin with. And then supplementary to that was the terrain builds, most notably the trees. And now we actually start to build some of that terrain, which I enjoy far more than stupid fucking vehicles. I hate building vehicles with a burning passion. And I've said pretty much everything that I wanted to say today, because I did my rant about Kmart cancelling my order. And I talked about some other things that if anyone missed out on, you can watch this stream back on the replay. And so now that I've said everything, I'll only say anything if anyone says anything relevant or interesting in the comments, because we'll be waiting on to Pure Rant Fury on the Brick Hive channel, and I'll be getting lunch in 24 minutes. And I don't know what's up with YouTube, but some people have been liking the stream and then unliking the stream afterwards. So hopefully people who were here have liked the stream. Checking something. Getting notifications on Instagram. Oh, well, Adora Build saw my story. So it looks like she's making an attempt to get back online. Hope this isn't just a flash in the pan. I see too many people inconsistent on social media. They go away, and then people wonder where they are. That wouldn't happen if people were just consistent. And if people can't be consistent, it's good to let your fans know that you are inconsistent, so that you don't disappoint your fans, and your fans can therefore have lower expectations and move on with more important things in their lives. Because sometimes we have thought channels have just died, and then all of a sudden they come out of nowhere and start doing shit again. And then when they try to come back, they can never recapture the audience they once had, because certain people aren't transparent enough or don't have time to be transparent. I'll always be transparent, because I want my viewers to have a high expectation of me, because that's how you garner a consistent audience. And too many people don't know how to do that on social media. They're not analytically driven. Those who are worth a damn on social media are analytically driven, and they do stuff that the algorithms like. And if they're good at what the algorithms like, they keep on doing it. And eventually you get so popular and you have millions and millions of fans that you can create a bogus shitcoin meme token and scam your fans out of $50 million, like the Hawk Tour girl, because Hawk Tour, aka Hayley Welch, is a piece of shit. And all the idiots that invested in her are idiots for being crypto bros in the first place. In rug pools and pump and dumps. And CoffeeZilla is normally the first person to call out all those criminals, because literally Jake Paul hired criminals for his CryptoZoo NFT project. And at one point, one of the criminals held the code for his CryptoZoo NFT scam for ransom of $1 million, because those scams are so lucrative. And Logan Paul has said that he wants to make it right, and he cares so much for his victims, and that's what he claims. And then cynics have said he's so sorry that he's done nothing, and that's because it's fake. It's all fake. And there's two types of people on social media. Sorry, there's three types of people on social media. Those who garner attention for being authentic, those who garner attention for being trendy, and they turn out to be assholes. And 2 and 3, people who are lazy, that they don't know how to do social media while they desperately try to do social media. Because not all social media people are created equally. And social media rewards consistency. Which is why if I ever stop being consistent, something terrible has happened to me. I'm building the terrain of Bag 3. The multiple bags have terrain. The first 2 bags were for the vehicle. And if anyone feels enlightened by anything I say about social media algorithms, let me know. Because I see so many people every day who just don't get it. That's a flimsy part of the build. The stand. I just bumped over the stand, or the invisible holder that Hawkeye is flying on. Just got a notification of someone subscribed to my channel. So we'd like to thank Aftershock Prime for subscribing to the mayohosko channel. And there you are! Hello, Aftershock Prime. Thank you for subscribing. Earlier on in the stream, we did a poll with the viewers about which of my 5 Black Friday LEGO sets they wanted me to build. The people spoke, and they wanted me to build the LEGO Marvel set 76291, the Avengers Assemble Age of Ultron. Right now, we are halfway through Bag 3. And the main reason I bought that set is because I wanted the Hulk, Big Fig. And that was built at the start of Bag 3. So, what brings you this way? Was one of my videos recommended to you after you watched other videos? Or did someone else recommend my channel to you? I'd like to know how you ended up finding me, because I like to know the origins of how people discover me. because I see a lot of people subscribing based upon when I read my YouTube analytics that I see people subscribe because my videos got recommended on the backs of other videos. So I'm guessing if you just said just randomly, then that's probably the same. So welcome to the channel. We just passed 900 subscribers and we got something special planned at 1,000. And hopefully next year we'll get back into the groove of doing more stuff with my Lego City. Because I'm a mock builder, not a set builder. And I prefer to build mocks than sets. But with the way that I build mocks, I prefer to do that off camera and build sets on camera. Says I have built the white whale, the White House, and I was 12. Is that the architecture White House set? Because I know that when Lego Architecture came out with the White House set, a lot of people really enjoyed it. Yes. The only architecture set I own is the London skyline, and someone gifted that to me for my birthday. And it's in storage right. It's in storage right now. And there's a few different sets to have Grogu. Is it the minifigure Grogu or one of the buildable Grogus? Because I know that there's a brickhead Grogu, and there's a new brickhead Grogu that came out in so that's announced for I think January. Yes, Team B. Sarcastically, I loved that set. It was one of the worst build experiences I ever had building a set, because I don't like building a set that's just a black base for the first half of a build and then you plop stuff up on top. That kind of build style isn't for me. Yeah, so it would be the big buildable Grogu then. Nice. I know a lot of people try to collect every set that Grogu comes in, kind of like how some people try to collect every set that Yoda comes in, whether it's the Yoda minifigures or the buildable versions of Yoda. Because I think Grogu has a similar fanfare and appeal to Yoda, because they're the same species. And it always cracks me up on Wikipedia how when they give the listing for Yoda, Yaddle, and Grogu, that they call it Yoda's species because George Lucas never revealed the name of Yoda's species. I always found that funny. Hopefully one day either George Lucas himself or Disney just invents a name for Yoda's species, so he can feel as proper as the Wookiees and the Gungans and all of the other non-humanoid species. Personally, I've never used ChatGPT, so I don't think I'd be qualified to give recommendations. Got to build a stack of these angled corner bricks for terrain. So I'm pretty sure these will be rocks for the base of a tree. because there is builds. Well, there are some of the dark green new style palm leaves and the white versions of those to represent the snow. So this will probably be the last bag that we build on this stream before we raid out to one of my friends. So I'm glad that probably the last thing is my most anticipated part of the set, which is the pine tree. So, which is the pine tree built with palm leaves. I lose stubs almost every 3 days, and then I gain those, and then I gain those back whenever I upload. Oops, I dropped. For me, it's like a seesaw. When YouTube unsubscribes inactive subscribers, other active channels find my videos and do subscribe. Gonna guess that's a reference to Star Wars that I don't know about, Oki. Because I don't like Star Wars, I just have an appreciation for some elements of Star Wars, and majority of my extent about Star Wars is what other people have said about Star Wars in their content. Because I'm not a Starry or a Trekkie or dating. So we're just putting on some brackets right now, and that holds 1x4 by 1 slopes for sloped rocks. Come on, squeeze in there. I hope something locks this together. Yeah. Get dark bluish grey 2x2 corner plates. I don't like it on builds where you have a column of something and it doesn't get locked together. That style of building is too flimsy, and Lego doesn't do a lot of that anymore because the designers know it's too flimsy. And people used to complain about how flimsy those types of builds were, so Lego stopped doing it. And it looks like this is a rotating weapon up top here, hiding behind one of the pine trees. Get the orientation right. So that goes there. I play mine. I do have a Minecraft, so I do have a Minecraft server, and I have built buildings in Minecraft around the beehive blocks. But I'm not sure what you mean by that comment. This isn't working out. I don't under. Oh, maybe this goes like that, and then this attaches. Yeah, there we go. Oh, it's a server. I didn't even know about that server. I don't play on a lot of people's servers because I'm always busy on my Minecraft server. And those who pledge to me on Patreon get access to join my server. So if anyone wants to join my server, then you can use the link in the description to go pledge to me on Patreon. How is it lagging? Is it lagging for anyone else? Building up some of the snow detail at the base. And now it's time to build the leaves, and then we'll be done for the day. The end of bag 3, and we'll continue starting with bag 4 tomorrow. I need to reorient this, and my palm leaf just went flying. I need to bend on it. That's probably your internet then, Aftershock, because if YouTube disconnects you from a live stream chat, then that means that the internet usage overloads your modem or your router. I know because the same things happened to me before. And it happens to almost anyone that has ever watched a live stream on YouTube. And nice little tree on top there. And then capped off with a cone. So that is the end of bag 3. Those are the builds we have done so far. Put Hulk in the middle. Got Hawkeye and sorry, had to burp. Got Hawkeye and Black Widow in the car, and got the Hydra Troopers. Put them in front of the snow. So I'm going to start bag 4 on tomorrow's stream, which may be on Joel's Brick stream if I'm there at the right time. So thank you for watching this stream today. It is appreciated. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. Let's go back and chat and see who we had today and scroll through all of the commenters, as we always do. So we had Johnny G, Lego Team B, who's still in the chat, Crimson Toaster 47, Oaktown Bricks, and it always takes me a while to scroll, Jay's Bucket, Never Too Old for Lego, Country Bricks Build Craze, Derek Rodriguez, Brickmaniac 81, Hobby Hooligan, Stud Sidious, Hoarder 66, Brick Hive, Zisu Sultan Force, Greg Dillon 117, Liam Bricked the Bed, The Brickable Cow, Oki Productions, Aftershock Prime, and that was everyone. So we're going to go get the link to go right on over to the Brick Hive for Pure Rant viewing. I'm going to copy that link. And I'm going to put it in the chat. Go watch Pure Rant Fury. So anyway, I'll be back tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern in North America, which will be 10 a.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time, and we will continue building this set. I'm so glad that I finally have a big Hulk in my collection, and I'll look forward to building the rest of the other 4 sets I got for Black Friday. Sunday Monday's upload will be continuing my vlog series about the Lego Bricks Pro convention, and I'll have plenty of other videos coming out for the month of December, and a lot of those will be scheduled as premiere videos. So thanks for watching today. I'll see you throughout the rest of December, where we're going to have more fun, and I'll see you on the next live stream. Let me turn off the music, and goodbye, everybody. Go right on over to Pure Rant Fury.